would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably...
The person she invited attacked her?
Whoever she invited over came in and attacked her! We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
Does the note say anything on it?
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because... her wrist.
Yeah, seems pretty obvious.
I got it!
Glittery stuff.
Yeah, it's got
All you
glittery.
have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
Quick question. So, like, when we solve the case, does it actually show in, like, a little video montage the case going down?
You'll see.
Okay. What happened in my room?
The game has an interesting version of what you're referring to.
On what led to Sayaka's death, that's what we need to make clear. There's a bit more to learn about... Okay, sure, yeah, what do I need to know?
It's like the main gameplay. You gotta know.
Starting with the next debate, I'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. Ah, okay, so now I have to choose the right bullet to
And since you
at
chose the hardest difficulty, you'll get a bunch of bullets.
Oh boy!
Like, once the game actually starts, you'll get a ton of bullets.
It'll be like, here's all the evidence you came up with during the case. Make sure that you know which truth bullet to use.
If you're on, like, normal difficulty, it gives you, like, 3, but when you're on the hardest difficulty, it gives you, like, 8 different bullets, and only one of them is right.
Proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots. If you come up with the wrong combination, it will damage your influence gauge. This is getting harder by the moment. Press and release the L1 button to cycle through each bullet. You can only hold down the L button and then use the left stick to select a specific...
Or you can.
Yeah. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets... Yeah, okay. The logic will be set to mean. Well then, good luck and have fun.
You'll just set a bunch of bullets.
Alright, so we have replica sword sheath, kitchen knife set, or replica sword.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt.
Right.
Sword-based sneak attack.
Okay.
That's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
Uh-huh.
So, she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away.
Okay.
But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what happened.
Okay, I missed something. The knife came afterwards. Sword was used first, and then the knife came afterwards. Is that really the order of events? That leads to... No, she would have had this knife in her hand, and that's why they grabbed the replica sword to smack her with it. To knock the knife out of her hand.
Right.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword. And that's when the
which
first blow was dealt.
bullets I fucking use?
A sword-based sneak attack.
Well, I think that's where I have to refute it.
So, she tried
I think there's only 2 weak points.
She grabbed the
Kitchen knife she had
she
hidden
had
away.
hidden away. But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
So maybe a kitchen knife with his
That's
first
exactly
statement.
what happened.
Yeah, maybe.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
Nope. No. Damn it. I see. So what you're saying is I have absolutely no idea.
Shoot!
Let me think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit
Sheep.
grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow
Right,
was
it's
dealt.
scratched, so she had the knife out.
Sword-based sneak attack.
There you go.
No, that's wrong.
She smashed. She smacked the sheath with the knife. That's
Actually,
why it's
no.
cut.
I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched.
So do you think maybe Sayaka was trying to murder the person to get out of the school? And that's why she went through the elaborate plan? So she chose someone she didn't like, but then it ended up turning out that the victim turned into the murderer.
See? There's a gash in it.
And we promised that we'd help her in any way to help her get out. Technically, we wouldn't have been an accomplice. But, unknowingly, we wouldn't, if saying she did live, we wouldn't have been able to say, hey, it was Sayaka, because
Right.
she would have probably pinned it on me.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her
arms
body
were
that makes this
Yeah. That shows she never used the sword. Her palms.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
And if someone says that she washed it off in the shower, or whatever,
The shower wasn't working.
was, yeah, not working.
Maybe she washed
Yep.
her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why would she?
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
What does that have to do with anything?
No, that's not it at all.
Well, Sayaka washed the cold coating off her hands because the water was
She's
off.
afraid of water.
She's afraid of water.
I got it! According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
It was an insult.
Insult, obviously.
Obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword.
Which means Sayaka was the one who attacked.
But hold on. If that's right, And the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
Sayaka.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
And the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
What?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
It is.
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Because I said I'd do anything for her.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
But we still don't know who did it. We don't know who received the note.
Right. She's just the
Makoto,
one who's
right now you
attacked
just
the
need to
victim.
concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left, other than the note she left in blood. Let's see. Make your argument.
Dying message.
Message.
it's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Wrong button. That was it.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
I still don't see anything weird with the letters. Like, even if you looked at them backwards, like, as if it was reflected, like, a 7 backwards isn't a specific letter. The 3 could be an E, 0, O, and then LL or II.
Right.
Eol, AOE, AOE, AOE.
AO. That's a bit of a stretch. I don't know.
Well,
Probably explain
before
it.
we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote
The
it?
blood on her
Yeah,
finger.
blood on her finger. Left index finger.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers. Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
What? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
H. O. Hoet. Ho. No, still can't read it.
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there.
No.
So I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Whoa. You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
As long as I just don't know. N037.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Rotate it. Maybe I see something. Oh my god, now I see it.
Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it. So, whose name did she write?
I must reveal the killer's real name. Select someone.
If you need to, you can go to the menu and take a look at the evidence and see if you can't read.
I can't click square.
Maybe it's triangle.
No, that's probably to select someone.
Start.
No. It has an N in it.
So take your time, really.
The last thing's an N. That's... None of that works. Toko, no, that doesn't end with an N. Leon. Yeah, it's probably Leon. Hold on.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message
Yeah.
around, it becomes the letters
L-E-O-N.
Right. That's what I was missing, because the 1-1 I thought was an LL. Once it was an N, okay.
L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all.
Well, why would she invite Leon into her room?
She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
Yep, his shirt sleeve.
I got it! You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
Once again, though, how did he get over by the incinerator if it was locked?
As the killer
again,
stabbed
someone
Sayaka,
threw some
they must
tossed
have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
Right, because it wasn't a perfect shot.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
Burnt remains in the button-up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible.
Where, how, or when?
How it was tossed in. Where it was in the incinerator when at night. So, how?
I got it! If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
It would have been the one person who could have thrown it across the room, i.e. the one person with a really good throwing arm. Baseball guy.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
That's you. No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without being the only one, without being the one on cleaning duty. That's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer. It's the fact that someone threw it, like a baseball. Shattered crystal ball. That's going to be the one I use.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
No.
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator in order to destroy.
No, it's wrong.
Hell no.
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
Had to use the glass ball in a certain way, which was to throw it.
Divine.
Divine with it, you know?
The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Someone threw a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Someone turned the incinerator on. Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off the last time I was down here. So it was a work of a fairy. That part was what was important.
So the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Yep.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
If you were the ultimate baseball pro.
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
Ultimate baseball star.
Ultimate fanfic creator.
Clairvoyant.
The killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Leon.
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer. These goddamn shepherd brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you.
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered. And the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
Closing argument is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yep. Every case has one last element to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the flow of events for the case in the form of a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic, there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. Also, you take aim at the missing section and press the X button. Holy cow, you'll get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough? Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay, I'm not sure what that meant, but...
I'll give you a hint as to what image goes there.
So she wanted to kill that person. He came in and she...
But it's like Among Us, you read it right to left.
Right. Okay, so this would have been person coming in. Oh wait, no, that's a person trying to barge in to the door. That's Crystal Ball, that's... No. Oh wait, okay, there's more. Person trying to get in. That's right. Okay, she tried to do that. He blocks it with sword. Wait. He sees the sword, is probably it. Right, there we go. Tries to attack.
And then he blocks it with sword?
Then he blocks it with sword, then smacks her. And, okay, so he smacks her wrist. The one falls onto the floor. Runs into the bathroom to try and get away. He's trying to get in. Can't figure out how to get in. Wait. That's that. Okay, so this is him getting the screwdriver out. Gets the door open. She's scared.
Remember, you can press the X button to see a hint.
Right. This would have been lint roller time. This is him throwing it in there. Wait.
No, he hasn't opened it yet.
Wait, no, it's open. Threw it. Well, that's the fire on. Okay, never mind. Yeah, that's gotta be this. And then that all comes on.
And that's him throwing it.
That's him throwing it. That's all done, and then...
That's him walking away.
Wait, piece of cloth on the ground. So that leaves one last thing, which is her writing the message, maybe?
Reenact triangle.
Here's exactly what happened. I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
Oh yeah. What? That's her dropping the knife, right?
I don't know, but it might not go there.